Hi, folks, and welcome back to Omori. But actually, welcome back to Roscoe, because Omori, at least for the time being, is nowhere to be found. We are currently, I'd say, facing our past, facing our demons as we cope with our slow realization of what we've done in the past. We've been running from it for a very, very long time and hiding from it and choosing not to engage and tucking ourselves away so we didn't have to deal with the fact that once upon a time, Roscoe killed his sister. Probably by accident. We haven't completely processed through all of that. It seems like they had an altercation at the top of the stairs and she fell.
Which you called.
Yeah.
By the way.
Great.
I guess good on the game for laying down enough hints that you could pick up on that.
That's what I was going to say. We've deliberately not talked about everything that happened in the last episode because I want to have a big debrief at the end of this one.
Yes.
But I have a lot of thoughts and that it pertains to that. But I'm excited to just talk about the game as a whole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too.
That being said, we're not done with it. So we've been going back through the memories in the photo album, trying to heal our heart and heal the violin that was broken. I'm going to use passive voice because it seems like maybe that's what caused the argument in the first place. But we tucked it away in a toy box and hid from it. And now we are confronting it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, thinking that maybe Roscoe broke it and that's why they fought, potentially?
No, I think Mari or Miwo broke it.
Oh.
Yeah, if I had to go out on a limb, I'd think that Miwo broke it. He got mad at her about her cat breaking his violin right before the recital, and then the altercation happened.
He got mad at Miwo?
Miwo or Mari.
Oh, interesting. I was thinking it was the other way around. I thought maybe that Roscoe broke it and Mari got mad.
Why would Mari be mad at Roscoe for breaking the violin? It's his violin.
Oh, I guess it's his violin. Oh,
yeah, it's her piano, his violin.
Right.
I think they were fighting over the broken violin, and either Mari or Miwo broke it. I'm pointing to Miwo because Miwo is gonna play in somehow.
Miwo's around.
Miwo is gonna play into this somehow.
Yeah.
And Miwo is Mari's cat, so I would assume that Mari's cat broke the violin.
Maybe. Yeah. I hadn't even thought of that.
If not that, I think it's Mari. But we'll see.
Mari,
yeah.
You remembered the feeling of sleeping in Mari's lap. It felt more comfortable because you knew that no matter what, Mari would always keep you safe. The violin mended a part of itself. Do you think we have like one or two more? Rule of threes or rule of fours? How are we doing?
I'm trying to think of all the. I mean, we have the birthday party. We have the prep for the recital.
Yeah.
Or the fake recital. I'm assuming we're gonna do all of the scenes.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Yeah, I was wondering if we would do them all or just a few select ones. I don't know. Oh. Hey, Roscoe. Hey, Basil. What took you guys so long?
Sorry. We got carried away playing with playing this new game where you fight each other with these things called pet rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Basil! Take a picture of my new raincoat.
Okay. One sec.
I forgot about this one.
Do you like it, Roscoe? It's my favorite color, pink.
Ew, pink is a gross color.
No, it's not, Kel. You're a gross color.
That doesn't even make sense.
Oh, Roscoe, that reminds me. Mari and I were talking about dyeing our hair together.
Oh, yeah, and she dyes her hair pink.
Oh, it's her favorite color.
Yeah.
Mari says she's gonna dye her hair purple.
Purple?
You want to know what color I chose?
Wait. Are you saying you want to dye your hair pink? Wait.
That's Kelso.
That was... Ew, that's weird. Why would you ever do that?
I don't know. I just thought it would be cute. Mari thinks so too.
I'll never understand you two and your crazy ideas.
I think pink would look really good on you, Aubrey.
Aww.
What do you think, Roscoe?
Yeah,
yes. It's cute.
Yeah.
Roscoe says he thinks that pink is a great color.
See? Even Basil Roscoe agree. You're the one who's weird, Cal.
Psh, whatever. Oh. You said you and Basil were playing that new Pet Rocks game? Maybe I should get into it too. Hey, I know. Why don't we go to Hobbies and check and see if they have any new stuff?
Yay! That settles it. One day, I'm gonna dye my hair pink.
Cute.
But maybe not anytime soon. My dad is kind of strict about these things.
We don't know what happened to her dad. Because it's just her mom in the house right now.
Yeah.
Maybe we do. Did he run out or something?
I thought it was her dad. No, it's just her and her dad.
It's not. It was her mom on the couch.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was her dad, but maybe he.
I mean,
maybe
I
he
could
left?
be
don't
wrong. I
know.
could be wrong. Maybe I said that with too much confidence. I'm pretty sure it was her mom on the couch.
Oh, okay, I thought it was just her dad. But now I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, Roscoe? Do you want to see the photo?
The photobomb.
You always ask to look at my photo whenever I take pictures of Aubrey. Do I maybe sense a little crush?
Oh, you feel your ears turning red.
Don't worry, I won't say anything. My lips are sealed.
Cute.
Very cute.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Something.
I wasn't sure. Since Mari's not here, I wasn't sure if there was another double.
Thing, yeah. Huh. I guess
Okay.
no Mari in this one. Oh, are you going on ahead, Roscoe? Don't worry about us. We'll catch up in a minute. Okay. Let's see where this takes us. Or is that it?
Just away? Okay.
Are you sure
Yeah.
you want to go? Yeah, I think that was good. You remembered the sound of falling rain as it hit your umbrella. It sounded more calming knowing that you were standing next to your best friends. The violin mended a part of itself.
I feel like it's the birthday party next.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
We'll see.
that would make sense.
Or we hid in the box.
Oop. Okay. Let's see what we got.
Are you sure you don't want to be in the photo, Roscoe?
Roscoe is a bit camera shy. We all have those days, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay, Roscoe. You'll get used to it soon enough.
Wow, this cake blah, 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 blah.
I get it.
Wow, this cake looks amazing. You've really outdone yourself this time, Hero.
Yay! Thanks, Hero. I love strawberries.
Oh.
Basil, what wish are you gonna make?
Hey, you can't ask that, Aubrey. Or else it won't come true.
Huh? Is that how it works? Then, in that case, I wish that Kel would get straight A's in school.
Hey, you can't do that.
A wish? But what should I wish for? I have everything I could want right now.
Oh.
Oh, I know. I think I'll wish for... Just kidding. It's a secret.
Aw, I want to know though.
Guys, if we don't hurry, the candles are going to melt. Are we all ready to sing?
Yeah, you bet.
Did you want to start us off, Mari?
Sure thing. Ahem. And a 1, 2, 3, 4. What?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Basil. Happy birthday to you. It's my brother's least favorite song, period.
Happy birthday?
Yeah, he hates it so much.
Because no one sings it together.
Because
at the
it's
right
like the
key.
worst song to do publicly because nobody can sing it. It doesn't fit in anybody's range.
No.
It's a terrible song.
I prefer happy birthday from all of us to you.
We wish it was our birthday. I agree.
Yeah.
Objectively better.
Woohoo! Blow out your candles, Basil.
Make a wish.
Great.
Aw,
Cute.
they're so cute.
Cute. Oh. You remembered Basil's smile as he was about to blow out his birthday candles. There's only one, though. But you also remembered, as Basil made his wish, you made one too. At that time, you wished for everyone to be happy. The violin mended a part of itself.
Here we go.
Any more?
Well, there's the prep for the recital,
I guess, yeah.
but there may be something before that.
Oh, you went right into that one.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Wow!
Because that's not that's Mari's song. That's not the actual song.
Yeah. A new basketball? Thanks, bro!
No problem, Kel. You can thank me by doing a little better in school.
Damn. Everyone. You bet!
Okay, Roscoe. It's time for you to open your present. Yeah, it's the other party. This is the Miwo box.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's Christmas, but it's the Miwo box one.
That's what I was waiting for, yeah.
This year, you get just one present from all of us.
It probably doesn't look like much, but we all had to save up for it together.
You all bought a cat?
I think they bought a violin.
Okay.
But maybe. Maybe.
Yeah! Me and Basil even started selling cookies and lemonade in the summer.
Oh, wow.
And Mari and I took a job at the bakery for a while, if you remember.
And me? I had to deliver newspapers every morning for like 3 months.
Jeez, y'all are really good friends.
Holy shit. And you know how much I hate mornings?
We know this might be a lot of pressure, but
Oh, it's me. It's been a while since you quit playing the violin. Mari told us that how you always sit in your room with her while she's practicing the piano.
And there was even that one time I caught you trying to play your old mini violin, even though it was too small for you.
anyway, this was Basil's idea. But we all decided to pitch in for a really nice one. So, yeah. We hope you like it, Roscoe. This is from all of us to you.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, it lasted less than a year.
He was so fucking mad that it broke.
Yeah.
Because all of his friends pitched in for it.
Yeah, they took their whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
It's your very own violin.
That's really sweet.
We hope you like it, Roscoe.
That's really sweet.
Go on, try it.
Oh, shit. You felt a tingling in your fingers, as if on its own, your body readied the violin to play. We haven't heard any violin music in the soundtrack
That
yet.
is a true statement to my
Yeah.
knowledge.
Oh.
There you go.
Yep. You remembered the anxious feeling in your heart as you played the first note on your new violin. That it scared you, but you didn't mind, because they believed in you. And no matter what, you didn't want to disappoint them, because they were your friends.
It also is worth noting that it broke the day of the recital.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's,
You've been working so hard. The violin regained its shape.
Okay, so it's fully healed.
Yep. Don't even give us a choice. Why would you do this?
Left or right?
Oh, wait. Maybe we just keep walking down the center. Oh. You remembered? Oh, these are all
These
of our
are
memories.
all of our memories.
Okay. All right.
All right, here we go. I
No.
wanted to avoid the center of the road, but okay,
You
we're
have
fine.
to. yep. Okay, it was the backstage
Yep.
area. Yep.
And this was their practice recital where they played for their friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
we haven't seen little kid actual
Like
Sprite.
full color
Yeah.
Sprite. That's cute.
Roscoe, you're finally here. After this point, it's going to be up to you. You know, before we met, I had a lot of trouble fitting in. Even after we all became friends, I always assumed you were going to leave me eventually. But when the others were busy doing things, you always seemed to have time for me. You would listen to me talk for hours and hours. I could always rely on you to do that.
I know we've missed out on each other for the past few years, but it doesn't have to stay that way. People always tell me that I'm dense or I'm kind of careless, but I'll always be here if you're okay with that.
Roscoe, we know that you're not someone who likes to take the lead. This has been really hard for you. But you have to put a little bit of trust in us, too.
Just because you've done something bad doesn't make you bad.
You had to live with this pain for so long, and you've been keeping it all inside. It might be easier to ignore your problems, but it's okay to cry about them, too.
When is this? When is this? Is this a flashback?
No,
Is this a made up interaction with?
I think it's another made-up interaction,
Yeah.
but I think instead of the rough sketches, and now I understand why they're drawn in pen ink, which is very clever. Instead of the rough sketches that we've had of them for so long, now that we've been spending time with them again,
They're realized
them,
now.
yeah.
This is actual them.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think it's still in our head.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more good times to come. Life gets better. And you can be the one to make that happen. I'm sorry. I don't know why that threw me. You can be the one to make that happen. And now they're adults.
Oh.
Whatever happens next is going to be your call.
Oh.
But we're here for you because you want us to be.
And we really hope that this isn't goodbye.
No matter how far you push your feelings down, they'll always come back up somehow. And what you do with those feelings, that will be your truth. Hey, Roscoe, break a leg for me, all right?
You can do this, Roscoe. I promise to stick with you until the very end. Yeah. I think we'll always be best friends. That's okay with you too, right?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Basil's our best friend.
Yeah, we're not best friends at all. I thought that as soon as you said that, I was like, oh. But
Whatever you end up choosing, we will always want what's best for you. Keep us in your thoughts. We'll be cheering you on.
Can we save? Yeah. Mari's picnic basket.
All right,
All
let's
right.
face whatever this is.
Yep. Oh.
We believe in you, Roscoe.
Oh. An empty music stand. Do you want to place down your sheet music? Yes.
It's bloody, but we can
Yeah.
still read it.
Yep. You place the sheet music onto the music stand. The stage is ready for you. Do you want to play the violin? Yeah. What if you say no? God. Whoa. Are these chairs?
I don't know.
What am I looking
They kind
at?
of look like offering boxes or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
Could be chairs.
Chairs. Okay. Sorry.
No,
That took me out of it a little bit. Trying to figure out what
it's
this
okay.
word.
We're back in.
Yep. Oh, we take a bow.
I don't think
Oh,
he's
it's not a
bowing.
bow. Oh, yeah. I thought he was going to get back up, but
No.
yeah, good call. Yeah.
Because it's the first time we've heard that half, but notably without the half we've been hearing the whole time.
Yeah. Yep. Because it was supposed to be a duet.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if on the home screen, when this is over, it'll have both.
Oh! We'll have to go back and check.
Mm-hmm.
We're back in the white space.
Don't push it down, buddy.
Yeah.
I know this is hard, but you're
Don't.
being very brave.
Yeah. Yeah. This has been a lot. Yeah.
Well, and especially, I imagine it's still terrifying because after all of this, he still hasn't shared with his friends what
Yeah.
happened. And there's still the fear
Yeah.
there. All right. I feel like we have to beat this kid up.
I feel like, yeah.
I didn't do anything, by the way. I
Oh.
walked over and was about to go approach him, and
It did this?
he turned towards us.
Oh. Okay. Oh, shit.
Hey, Omori.
Hi. Oh. Oh, the music.
It's a really good call for you to... Oh, Allegro. Attacks 3 times.
Encore.
Your juice will not fall for 3 turns. Heal your wounds. and-
Cherish. Come back stronger.
Yeah.
It's a good call. What did you say?
The absence of violin throughout the entire score.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got this, Roscoe.
Come on, Roscoe. Oh, we did, like, really buff Omori.
We
didn't
did.
You
Look,
even said that. That's
sometimes we make mistakes.
like, gonna happen. Oh, no. Right in the heart.
Don't do that.
No.
Because we don't have a knife. We just gotta... Oh, we do have a knife.
We did something. We struck 3 times. Okay.
Yep.
We might need to, cherish?
I'm gonna Allegro again, and then I'll cherish because we're not spending juice because of Encore.
Ah,
So-
okay. Oh, cool.
Okay, you can stop
All right.
that.
Okay, we took it. Our little ching ching ching. Our like little not great slashes. Okay.
Okay, cherish.
Cherish. Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what's...
We're not scared or anything, so
No, so we'll just cherish.
yeah, let's do that. Steady your breathing. You remembered Kel's words. Friends are supposed to be there for each other. Okay. All right. What do we do? Encore? What does that do?
Encore prevents us from spending juice.
Excellent. Okay.
So if I Encore and then slash twice and then heal.
Okay. That seems like the thing
Yeah.
to do. Oh, we're good. I think we're good. I think.
We'll see.
52 damage, 58, and 45. That's
Good
pretty
hits.
good.
Yeah, good hits. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think it's gonna
Yeah.
be over.
Omori did not succumb. Of course not. Oh, Roscoe. Oh, look at the color.
Yeah, I was about
of
to
the
say, I have a
red
funny
coming
feeling that
in.
Omori's gonna get a little messed up.
Yeah. Omori's gonna fight back.
Yep. Yep, the music's gonna get a little weird.
You've caused so much suffering, yet you did nothing. And so you've earned nothing in return. Ooh, Omori erases the enemy.
It's
What?
not an ability I thought we had.
The fuck? Music here is really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna cherish
Yeah. Steady your breathing. Okay. You remembered Aubrey's wish.
I hope you can find some peace. Or, some happiness.
I think that was actually older Aubrey
I think
that
so
said
too.
that.
I
but
read it as young Kel as well, so whoops.
I feel like that's what he'd be hearing.
Yeah. They're younger voices?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh. No. How are we gonna...
I counted wrong. It should be fine. It should be fine.
Juice back?
I think so long
when
as we
you
encore, it'll be fine.
come back stronger. Yeah. Yeah, you can encore and then...
Because encore doesn't cost any juice and prevents us from using juice. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
Your friends will never forgive you. They'll abandon you like you did them. And that's what you deserve. Omori did not succumb. The hands!
The hands thrown.
Hands!
It's encore.
Okay. And we'll need to cherish, I think.
I think we're okay, but yeah.
Okay. You tell yourself that you don't want to burden others, but the truth is that you're selfish. You just don't want people to depend on you.
I don't like the hands.
I don't like the hands either.
Okay, well now we have to cherish.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. There we go. We remembered Hiro's promise.
Last time, we made the mistake of leaving each other when we needed each other most. This time, we'll stay together.
When do you think about the others? How long are you going to let people take care of you? You say you care, but you're a liar. You've never done anything for anyone else. You're useless. Less than useless. You're sick. Oh, the internal monologue. Ugh. Ow. I don't know why that one. Oh, we only
It
took
did
2.
nothing.
Fuck you. People like you don't deserve to live.
Okay, I'm gonna Allegro again.
Yeah. Strike 3 times. 48, 63.
I feel like we're in the calm before the storm.
I think so.
Considering he's not hurting us.
Yeah. People like you don't deserve to live. Omori did not succumb. Ooh.
Okay.
You're gonna have to, buddy.
We're gonna encore.
Yep. Good call. Gather yourself. Okay.
Looking not great, Omori.
Your friends are wrong about you. The person they love isn't you at all. You let them believe in a lie to protect yourself. Oh! Shit. We had a
Stats fell.
Stat fall. Okay.
I'm gonna Allegro once. I think we can take it and then cherish.
That sounds good. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Kind of weak, Omori.
Yeah. 43.
I thought we raised you better than that.
Right in the heart. 79 and then 48. Cool, we got a crit. You're nothing but a liar. And when they see the truth, they'll hate you as much as you hate yourself. No, but we're gonna cherish.
Are we?
Well, maybe we don't need
Yeah,
to.
I mean we can. But I can definitely take another hit.
I mean, sure. Yeah. And then cherish in the next round or something?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Basil's left. So I don't know what we're gonna cherish from Basil.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Okay. 54, 45.
Omori.
Okay. If they know the truth, you'll never be able to regain their trust. And no matter what you do, it will be hopeless. All you'll do is make things worse. It would be better to just die. Omori will not succumb.
It's unfortunate. Looking really not good, buddy.
No. Alright, steady your breathing. You remembered Basil's hope.
Maybe one day, things can go back to the way they were before.
You killed Mari! She loved you and you killed her!
Roscoe feels afraid.
Now we need to calm down. Come on, calm down. It's okay. It's alright, we recovered heart. That's good. I'm still afraid. Oh no, we're Hero loved her and you killed her! Calm down, calm down, calm down. The sound.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. Aubrey loved her and you killed her. I like want to take my headphone out, but I also don't. Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
You know? Kel loved her and you killed her.
You're gonna do your best, buddy. We're gonna
on,
weather this storm.
Come on. Yeah. Okay. It's like probably Basil loved her. You killed her. Keep calming down. Unless we just need to hit. I don't know. I think we just need to keep trying to calm down.
Mm-hmm.
You loved her. You killed her.
That's what I was waiting for. I figured that would be the end of it.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, that's what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now we can't. That's what I thought.
Yeah. You loved her and you killed her! If you try to calm down, you're just gonna take more damage.
Yep.
More attacks. 76 damage. Okay. You loved her and you killed her! Are we gonna die?
I don't think we're gonna make it.
I don't know if we're gonna make it. Yes, either. You loved her, you killed her, yeah. Oh! No, no!
It's okay, buddy. You're doing your best.
Come on, come on, come on. Do we even want to try a skill? I don't know if we can...
No, I think we're about to lose, but...
Okay. Oh! Right in the heart!
Yeah, it would crit then,
Yeah,
wouldn't
of
it?
course. You should just die.
I guess the question is, how do you kill something like Omori?
Yeah.
Because it's just... Like, my past jokes aside...
No, Bob! Oh, what? No! Yeah.
Omori's just us.
Omori's just us. Yeah. And that's like, I guess, succumbing to a part of us. Oh, do you want to continue?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that going to take us back? I guess we're attacking with our violin bow. That's what I was interpreting it. Our
That makes sense.
weapon as.
I also feel like in a fight like this, there's no such thing as losing. You just have to keep
Trying?
at it.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to take us right back to the... Okay.
Cute.
Alright, okay. Yeah. Alright.
As my cat walks along the piano.
Yeah. That's the sound that Corey just made.
Hey, Mari.
Hey. Oh.
He's all around. There we go.
Yeah.
That is an incredibly effective payoff for something they've been setting up since quite literally the home screen at the very beginning of the game. That is very clever.
That was really good.
Very, very clever.
Really, really, really good. Oh, and it's like the echo of the song.
All right. Bye, Omori. I'd say you took care of us when we needed you, but I'm not sure that's true.
I don't know.
I think ultimately you were a very unhealthy coping mechanism.
Very much so, but also I guess your purpose has been served. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
No, that was a beautiful sequence, and it relied entirely on very, very careful setup.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire game. So I just think that's very, very well done.
Since the home screen when you start the game, God, there's some clever shit in this
that
game.
Time
that
it
was
was
the
a bow.
There was the bow.
You knew it was coming.
I'm like, there has to be a
yeah,
bow.
no, it was really, really good. That time it was a bow. Which again works because last time it wasn't. Everything about the end has been just very, very well done.
Really, really. Oh,
we did get in a fight.
Shit. Yeah.
I hope. Okay, I
got
hope
fucked
Basil's.
up.
I'm sure he's fine. By which I mean, after all of that, I doubt it's gonna be like, oh, by the way, Basil died.
I really hope that they're both okay. Oh.
I do think we got into a scrap though.
Mm-hmm. We either got into a scrap or we did this to ourselves.
That's also possible.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, we've got plants. That means, I'm assuming that means Basil here. Flowers from Cal and Hero's family and Aubrey. Sending a little get well sunshine your way. We miss you, Roscoe. Flowers from Charlene's family?
Yeah. Yes. Allison's like, I checked out of all the faraway stuff.
Oh, right. This is all the people that we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, who the fuck is Charlene?
Every time we went to Fairway, Allison's like, nah, I'm out.
Dear Roscoe, thank you for your help during the summer. Warmest wishes for a speedy recovery. Flowers from Shopkeep. Yo, Roscoe. Are you okay if I'm just reading those notes? Just sending healthy vibes your way. You're always welcome at Hobbies.
I bet this is from Kim's mom.
Yeah. A get well gift from Kim and Vance's mom.
I've been following this goddamn game.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention.
I think there's like a rock or a loaf of bread or something. Get well soon, Roscoe.
That's probably, it's from the twins.
Oh, yeah. Okay, please get to know Kim and Vance better. They can be a good role model like you.
Okay.
All right. A get well gift from Artist. Hi, Roscoe. Hope you're taking it slow and easy. Get well soon and come visit. I need to ask you for some more questions. Opinions, thank you. Flowers from Sean and Karen. Wishing you well, Roscoe. We're all finished moving into our new home, so please come visit sometime. Flowers from Bebe's family. Roscoe, thanks for buying me that floor lamp. I never did see my son Billy again.
You really did become the recycled path.
Wow. I hope he's doing all right.
He's not. No. I've got really bad news.
He's not doing well. We drove him out of town. Get well gifts from Daphne and Bowen. Partake in this bread and regain strength. Then play with us again. Yep. I get well gift from Vance, Kim, Charlie, Angel, and the Maverick.
Where's Scott?
I don't think you made up Scott.
I didn't. He was in the last episode. I swear to God. I think it's Charlie that I'm talking about. I think it's Charlie. I think Charlie is the one that I was referring to. Who's the silent one?
This character's not real.
It's definitely Charlie.
Okay. Get well soon, Roscoe. We'll be waiting for a rematch. They spelled waiting wrong. An ordinary houseplant. Nothing special about it.
That was cute.
That was very cute.
I feel rewarded for the time that I took doing things.
Yes, they gave you all plants. Wait, what about that other bed? Oh, okay. It's us. Okay. All right. It's also, I'm just now realizing it, that it's our right eye, because our right eye got fucked up in that fight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which rooms do we want to check? Not that one. Not that one either.
We're probably looking for our mom, right? Oh, well, that's not who I expected.
They're the wrong color.
Yeah, I think they're just... We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not real.
All right.
Bye, hero.
Bye. Oh, shit. Basil or the friends?
I feel like we've got to go check in on Basil, right?
Yeah, we gotta. Because if we're dead...
And also, the friends... Well, yeah, I guess... If we're dead, then he fucking killed us.
Yeah. Yeah. Ah, he's gone. Yeah, Basil, we're coming in to confront you now. Hey, you fucking killed us.
I think we probably had a mutually... Yeah.
Okay.
There he is.
We all died. Oh,
And those
no.
are real friends.
Those look like real friends, I think. Hey.
What the heck happened? We were asleep in the other room, and then
Yeah.
you guys fucking killed each other.
Yeah, right. Oh, okay. Yeah, this looks like a real scene.
Mm-hmm.
I have something to tell you. I read it wrong. That's fine. Fucking hell. It doesn't matter. It's the same line. Oh. Oh my god, there's lyrics to this song. Oh.
But no singer, which sets it apart from all the other contemporary indie games.
Yeah.
Where you have a...
Hard to wake up.
That was great.
I can't believe I fucked up that line at the end. God damn it.
It is interesting that they don't let us see the, hey, slime girls, that they don't let us see their reactions. Because I get, on one hand, it's not important, but on the other hand, I think it's extremely important.
Yeah.
Like, I guess when it comes to healing,
I guess
like, he has to face it.
Yeah, and I guess the point is, it doesn't matter what their reactions are. We have to tell them. They have to know.
It's true.
We have to.
But in a game that's all about
I don't know.
we will be friends forever, not all about, but like the final pin was we will always be here for each other. You have to believe in each other. It is interesting to then not challenge that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, there may be a post-credit. I don't know. Hey, Toby Fox.
Hi, Toby Fox for the jukebox music.
And a lot of other people as well. Space Boyfriend.
We'll talk.
We're gonna
talk about
Allison,
shit.
we're gonna have some chats in a moment. I'm very excited.
Everybody get ready to settle in as we dig in.
As we dissect this game for like an hour.
Oh boy.
But first, I do want to make sure that there's no post-credit. We're never gonna see our mom.
I guess
Special
not.
thanks to it's us.
It's me.
Hey.
And you.
And me and you too as well.
And you. We did it.
One more day.
Is the achievement we just got. Let's see where this takes us. Oh. Oh shit. Oh, what? Okay. Huh.
I guess it's hair. It probably was hair.
It's hair.
It probably was hair the whole time.
That makes sense. Huh.
Okay. Hey, that graveyard keeper was a rotten liar. Nobody died.
Nobody died.
Check that out.
Thanks for playing. We did beat the shit out of each other. That did happen.
That did happen.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm almost kind of reassured that happened. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
that they
it's oddly reassuring that we got into a really fucking bad fight.
Yeah, it's one of those that, like, again, not healthy, but
no,
like clearly they got through it, and
Yeah.
that's, hey, check it out.
I want to hear the song if it has the violin. Oh, look at the background. We've got color.
We've got color. It's not red,
No.
so that's good. Omori's out of here, which is nice. The black light bulb is still there. I would have expected them to replace it with a white light bulb.
I thought they would have done that too, honestly. Yeah. I really want to see if the violin comes into the duet here. Let me see. No?
Really? Two
Wow, I'm surprised.
easy wins. Have
Yeah.
the full orchestration on the home screen and have the white light bulb at the end to signify that we plugged it in. Whatever, it's fine.
That would have brought it home for me personally.
All right, Omori.
Oh wow, Omori.
Omori.
You
Wow.
You had thoughts, so you need to kick this off.
Are you sure you want me to kick it off, or do you want to kick it off?
No, I want you to kick it off. I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I have thoughts, but I want you were like, I have thoughts at the start of the episode, so I want you to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my opinion of this game is divided cleanly in half.
Mm-hmm.
There are two very, very different camps, and I'm going to start with one, and then I'll get to the other.
Mm-hmm.
The first is that I think the ending of this game is incredibly successful.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that we were able to piece together what happened, but still felt like we were engaging in a mystery, so that when it all came together, it felt correct and satisfying, but still impactful, is a very, very hard needle to thread. Because you have to lay enough track to where the player is like, yes, of course this is what happened. I understand. To feel uneasy when you get the first hint that like the red herring ish of suicide, and then when you find out the real answer, it all feels very solid and real and compact.
Mm-hmm.
And then to bring it home with the duet and having the piano and the violin as objects and themes throughout the entire game, I think all of that is incredibly successful. So I get why people who have beat this game think very highly of this game, because I think the ending is very, very, very strong. I also think the characters are very good. I think they're very charming. I think all versions of them are very charming, and I think that's very, very, like...
They're consistent.
They're compelling, and I love the internal logic of this game. I think ultimately is what it comes down to. The game knows its internal logic. It executes that with a consistent visual sort of format that I think is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So all of that, kudos across the board. Great ending, great thematic delivery, great setup and payoff, so on and so forth.
Totally agree.
I think you could cut 3/4 of this game and it would not affect any of those things that I just said. I think this game is borderline catastrophically too long. And what I mean by that is I would never have finished this game on my own.
Yep.
And I play these games. I play 40-hour like RPG Maker games. This is my bread and butter. I would never have beat this game on my own.
Yeah.
It is way too long and is way too tedious.
I 100% agree.
I kind of think I might. I think I've thought about it a lot, and I think I might hate the Mindspace sections. And I realize that's like the majority of the Headspace sections. I know that's a majority of the game, and I know it pays off in the end because the visual language they set up in Headspace pays off in the end, but I really, really don't like them.
Yeah, I honestly, I agree with all of your points. I think that this game is far too long. I also would not have finished this on my own. And they took all of the aspects of, I guess, older RPGs that I feel like we have sort of advanced past now with game design, and incorporated them almost exclusively for the sake of nostalgia, that I don't think is necessary for this game and the story that it's telling. I don't think we need to be in Sweetheart's Castle grinding against enemies. I don't think we need to be locked into these to these combat situations that I don't know, that just don't really... To me, they weren't bringing anything to the table for this game. And now I know that there are a lot of people that like to play games to a completionist, place. And there are people who like to play RPGs for that, Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior tediousness aspect of it. But in my opinion, I don't think we need to incorporate those types of game mechanics to an RPG, and still and have that retro feel. I feel like
I feel like there's a split here. So I can already hear the response that we're going to get to what we've just said, and I think the response begins with part of the reason the headspace stuff is presented the way it is in order to simulate regression. It's to simulate basically denial. It's to simulate a lot of different experiences and headspaces in order to and I think the way they're trying to use the different worlds is very interesting. I think Humphrey is a really great example of that. Humphrey is probably the one that I understand the most and also understand the least, by which I mean, while we were in Humphrey, we were talking about how Humphrey is a really interesting simulation of what Roscoe is doing, where all of the little polyps are Humphrey in the same way that all of the NPCs are Roscoe, and the fact that while we're in Humphrey and seeing the little nodes talk to each other and how sad that is, realizing that ultimately that's what Roscoe is doing.
Right.
And it's a great representation of that. However, from a storytelling perspective, by the time you get to Humphrey, you're so late in the game.
Yeah.
And it has so little to do with what we're about to deal with, which is a truly remarkable ending. And I think when we got to Humphrey, we're really ready for the payoff. And the payoff is so good. And I think my challenge is the payoff doesn't rely on what is set up in Humphrey. The payoff doesn't rely on what is set up in Sweetheart necessarily. I think there are pieces of Headspace that set up the payoff really, really well, but the actual bulk of it doesn't contribute. I think we've mentioned this before, and I think the representations of the challenge I have are Sweetheart and Space Husband. Space Boyfriend, whatever. Space Boy.
Yeah.
The comic said Space Boyfriend, so I don't know. But point being, I think they're a good representation of the challenge I have, which is to say that I think the bit doesn't pay off and the bit doesn't feed back into the overarching story, and therefore it felt like stalling. And stalling is an interesting feeling to simulate in a game like this, because ultimately that's what Roscoe's been doing this whole time, is stalling. But the fact that I can point to it and say, this is what I think you were doing, does not make my experience as a player better.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I absolutely agree. I understand the idea of Headspace as being this place of layering and burying. They even come out and say it when we're in Headspace, that it's this iterative place that Roscoe has built and placed Omori inside. Omori is just the most recent iteration of Roscoe within Headspace, and uses it to push down, tamp down, ignore the world, and it's become this, like you said, really deep, tedious, unnecessary, not useful thing anymore, which I understand is the point, because we're at a point in Roscoe's headspace, actual headspace, where he's been so bogged down, locked himself up, and his thoughts and feelings and guilt for so long that it's become this bloated thing that has no point.
Exactly. And because he's been doing this for literal years, and by the time we get him is when he's finally run out of time on it.
Yes.
It's when he's finally going out to seek Kel. It's when he's finally...
I 100% get that. That simultaneously does not make it a good gaming experience at the same time when you're actually doing it. Again, I understand what they're doing. I guess it's like pointing to the genocide run in Undertale and saying, I understand what's happening here.
That doesn't make it fun.
And
I think what I'm wrestling with here, and I'm wrestling with it mostly because I haven't seen it, is I know there are two main routes in this game. There is the sunny route, which we did. And then there's the Hikikomori route, where you don't go outside. I've not done the Hikikomori route. I've not looked up. I haven't even listened to the soundtrack of this game. So I don't know what happens in it, but I do know it's more focused on headspace. And part of me wonders whether maybe the challenge I'm having is that it feels like it maybe should have been split more. Yeah. Where the sunny route is maybe more mundane and has way less headspace in it. Enough to set up the payoff, but not the entire, all the levels and such.
Right.
Whereas the Hikikomori route was much more classic, kind of earthboundy, you know, the full-on fantasy side. Yeah. With then, similar to Earthbound, hints of that ominous darkness creeping in. Because I do think an interesting effect is how Mari would pop up in headspace, kind of showing that he couldn't suppress it all the way down. Yeah. And there were pieces of it that were kind of wiggling through the literal cracks in the ground when we got the keys. So maybe part of me feels like there just should have been less in this route so that the other route felt more distinct. But I say that in ignorance because I haven't played the other route.
Yeah. I mean, I also think there are aspects about how you present headspace and how we present our progression through it that could have remained, or, you know, we could have leaned on more and done without the absolute tedious bloatedness of it. Because there, you know, I'm thinking of how we're trying to find Basil. And, you know, our friends keep forgetting, like, what are we doing here? Like, they don't even, by the end, they don't even remember who Basil is. And they don't remember, like, what their purpose is. I see that as a far better representation of headspace and what we're trying to do than, you know, getting lost in Sweetheart's Castle. And again, I completely understand why it was built out to the extent that it was. Yep. But I think there were storytelling elements in there that did lean into the narrative and contributed to this payoff that we could have just focused on primarily, and that would have made it just so much more streamlined. I feel like that's the biggest issue I have with this game, is that it's very clear to me in places where it could have been, you could have trimmed it. Yep. And it just would have flowed really nicely. It's just too long. It's just too long.
Yeah. And similarly, I agree. While I think a fundamental reformatting would probably be for the best, I do agree that if things simply went quicker, it probably would have helped. If Sweetheart's Castle wasn't how long did we spend in it? Like 4 hours, 5 hours in Sweetheart's Castle? Like, you know, if each piece didn't take as long, it probably would have felt like a better experience. Because, like, ultimately my struggle with this game is right before the ending, leading up to the ending, I was very much in a place where I'm like, I want to be done with this game. I'm done with this game. And then the ending was excellent. And so
crying in the ending.
It was excellent. Yeah. Really, really strong. And even like and when I say the ending, I don't just mean like the everything post Basil fight, although that was fantastic. I mean Black Space. I thought Black Space was fantastic. Yeah. I thought everything in that, like, basically everything post Humphrey is really strong, barring maybe the recital path, but admittedly I think that was a funny bit that, much like the rest of the game, just went on a little too long. So yeah, I'm very torn with this game. I'm desperately happy to have experienced it. I think it's probably a better game to watch than it is to play. Yeah, if I had to take a big guess here, and that's based a little bit on what Short said when I talked to, because he watched a let's play of this. He's like it's great to watch, but when you're watching it you can do other stuff when it's boring for a while. So I think it's probably at its best when it's watched, and I think it has a truly phenomenal end.
Really, really powerful, and like you said before, just very well realized, consistent characters with consistent voices, and just really charming and interesting and sad, and like there are so many things about this game that are just so lovingly built out, and I really, really appreciate that. I also want to call out the combat system too for trying to be like innovative with with the classic sort of RPG or RPG Maker style turn-based system, and just playing with it again.
I completely agree. I know that it's a barrier for a lot of people, but having gotten past that barrier, I think the combat is fun. I'm a little okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm torn on the combat. In that, like, I actually really like it until I don't. There may be you may be sensing a theme with Omori, which is to say, I love combat encounters, but every combat encounter went on too long.
Yes, the only time I would say that combat seemed to be the most successful was when they were being gimmicky with it. Whenever they were breaking the system.
I agree that that stuff that it could get very, very interesting.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool, but also I agree. I think combat went on too long. I think the part of the issue was just that there are a lot of combat encounters in this game too, like,
and often back to back too.
Yeah, probably more than we need. again, I feel like there's so many things about this game that is done very well. It just suffers from too much, honestly.
Yeah,
which is hard to. It's hard to say. Like, I don't like saying thanks, but you gave me too much. But
no, I get it though, because I kind of agree. I feel like this is not directly targeted at Omori, but I do think sometimes it's hard when you're developing something to know when to stop.
Yeah.
Because you have the power to do stuff. I also, ultimately, I think I wonder about Omori's status as a game. I wonder how much the game parts help.
What do you mean exactly?
Well, what I mean is, like, if you ask me in a week what it is that I think about when I think about Omori, I'm going to talk about everything that led up to the end. I'm going to talk about it almost as a mystery, because ultimately I think that's what it is. It is a mystery. It is you finding clues throughout all of the different pieces of Headspace so that you can piece together what happened. And then detective style, there's a big grand reveal where you piece all the clues together. I thought the Basil secondary photo album was a really great way to do that.
Yeah. You
get a red herring, and then you're presented with the real truth. And then it's the how do you deal with the reality that you've been given. Ultimately, I see Omori as a mystery story, and a very compelling one. And I wonder then, what does the combat mean to me? If I'm thinking, like, what does it signify? And does it have to signify something? I understand what Headspace does. I understand there's combat because of the presentation of the game and the style that it pulls on. I understand there's combat because it's a game.
Yeah.
And you're expected to have combat of some sort. I don't know what the combat gives me.
Yeah.
Except for that it allows you to fight Omori at the end. If all of the combat in the game is there for the entire sole purpose of fighting Omori at the end.
Yeah. I was honestly going to say that. Not Omori specifically, but all of the ways of coping that Mari provides us with.
Yeah.
That's when I think about the combat, that's really all I'm going to think about. I mean,
so perhaps you need the normal combat to present the Mari combat as a counterpoint. So
I think that's kind of what I mean.
Important.
Yeah, about
there's a heck of a lot of combat in order to pay that off.
I know, that's the thing though. It's like there's so much, but also like with the standard combat, that's sort of what I was saying earlier. That's what makes it successful, is whenever they're being gimmicky and breaking it and doing unique things with the combat system. But I feel like maybe for your players to understand that, you need to present them with something comfortable and something that they can kind of know and recognize. Be like, okay, this is turn-based combat, and like this is my healer, and this is my DPS person, and like, this here's like all of their skills, and here's Omori's skills, and we can heal and stuff. So I can see
that's fair.
How presenting it in that way then allows you to then be able to do unique things. Because if you come right out of the gate being like, presenting a combat situation and then trying to teach Roscoe how to calm down. Like,
that's a very good
land.
point, because it has to be second nature enough for the player by the point that you get there.
Yeah.
That is fair. That is valid.
That's fair. And thank you. And I think the other thing too is the combat also provides some characterization for our cast. It's showing, each of their skills. It's showing like, hero cooking and like charming, and it's more of a space to establish our friends and like what they mean to us, I think, rather than like we're going out here to fight monsters, and like that's kind of how I see. And then like
that makes sense.
Yeah. And then the emotion system too is like, I mean, this is all about learning how to work with our emotions and work together as a group. And what does it mean when Kel does something that makes Aubrey mad, and and then how do they synergize together from that? I can see the abstract concepts,
and all of that feeding into the afraid status in the real world, and how you combat it.
Now again, to our earlier point, that doesn't mean that the combat still isn't tedious. Whenever it goes on for so long.
Again, I agree. Thank you for walking through that though, because I do think that demonstrates the core like contradiction of this game, which is I think you can point at any given piece of it and say, I understand why you're here.
Yes.
But then also step back and be like, but also,
you were here too long.
You were here too long.
Yeah.
Which I think the other thing I want to call attention to for the ending though, and mostly to make sure that this is clear, is I think one of the reasons that the ending for me personally was so successful is because it wasn't overstaying its welcome. It threatened it. It threatened it with the memories there for a moment, but it ultimately understood pacing really well. And how to handle that, and I think that was very, very compelling. And I think the slow build up from Black Space was really compelling too.
Yeah, I agree. Something I literally just thought of right now though is that ending shot when we're in the car, right after we say, I want to tell you something. It's like, what is that situation that we're in the car? Is that us moving?
I assume that's us moving.
Or is that us being arrested? That's the other thing I don't think it was I know it's us moving. Like, are we
good thought, but
we're in the back of a police car.
That's us moving.
I know it's us moving, yeah, but I just wanted to throw out that other our friends immediately called the cops. No, I know that's but I like to the point earlier, I like that we didn't see what our friends' reactions were. We had to just trust that whatever happened.
I'm torn on that decision.
I really?
Yeah. I get that it's the only decision you could make, but part of me does feel like it mildly contradicts some of the core themes of the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In what way? Like
in that that's what Roscoe was so afraid of, and all of the characters were so certain that nothing could ever break their friendship and all of that. And I think while that is lovely, one of the core themes of the game is that maintaining relationships is hard, and it requires work, and it's not easy. That taking the easy route can cause long-term harm. And to be clear, Roscoe is not taking the easy route. Roscoe is taking the incredibly hard route of coming forward and saying, like, this is my experience, this is what happened.
Yeah.
But when you think about what the other three have been dealing with these past 3 years, like, Hero's been dealing with the woman that he loved committing suicide and not being there and not seeing it, and clearly it took him a year of deep mourning to even be able to like come out of his shell and start behaving like himself again. And Aubrey, obviously we've seen what it did to Aubrey and the long-term effects of that, and Kel, I think it is less obvious, but also just as painful how he deals with it. And I think it is incredibly valid for those characters to have a negative reaction to the fact that their friend killed their other friend.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like it lets them off the hook in a way, because the game tells us that it's all going to be fine and they're all going to be friends and they're going to forgive him. And in his mind, they're like, of course, we love you and everything's going to be fine. But that's not necessarily real. And for a game that's about facing reality, I think I struggle a little bit with the choice to turn away from it at the end. And maybe the point is that it doesn't matter because he needed to get it off his chest, but I don't know. For me, the game was about those relationships. I'm not, to be clear, I don't think they could have shown those.
Yeah.
Because I think given pacing, given the pacing, you had to look away at the end. But I struggle with it a little bit.
I think that's totally
And I think
fair.
it's just because the game's made me care about those other characters,
Yeah.
not just this guy. Because I don't know this guy.
Yeah. I think that's totally valid, and I understand exactly what you're saying. I think, to me, I'm okay with the choice because in that moment, all that, I mean, from where Roscoe is, and I guess where Roscoe was and is now, to get from where he was to the point where he can walk up to his friends and say, I have something to tell you, that's like, to me, that's the conclusion. That's all that sort of matters to this point where Roscoe is.
Yeah, that's all that matters for Roscoe.
Yeah.
Because Roscoe, in order for him to be whole again, needed to get there. And Roscoe, Roscoe's leaving. He's about to face a new stage of his life, and being able to resolve that stage for Roscoe, absolutely. All I'm saying is that it is a compliment to the game Omori that I am more worried about the other four.
That's fair. I see.
That's ultimately what it's coming down to. It's like, good for him. He did great.
But they've been so well developed. It's like,
yeah, they're very well developed, and I worry for them.
Yeah.
I want to know what it does for Aubrey as she's slowly decided that her treatment of Basil is wrong, to find out that Basil dragged Mari's body to the backyard and hung it from a tree.
Yeah.
Like, I you know what I mean? It's like, all of these things, I think, we see the other side and how desperately both Basil and Roscoe need to release this pain and share this pain and understand that they can move beyond it. But suddenly 3 more people are going to have to deal with it for the first time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, again, this is more just the game has made me invested in the others, which is what it was trying to do.
Sure.
But it does leave me thinking way more about them than about Omori right at the end.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Wow. I'm trying to think if there was anything else any other thoughts I had about this game.
I still wish I could have known Basil better.
I agree.
I think the game would have also benefited if we had known Basil better.
Yeah, because the game pushed really hard to drive home the point that Basil was our best friend, and that we had this really close connection with Basil, and that our relationship really mattered, and that's why Basil was able to do what Basil did with us after we killed Mari.
Yeah.
And then that's also why the severing of our relationship with Basil had so much weight to it. I agree. I wish we could have had a little more just a little more characterization of, maybe not of Basil, but of Basil and Roscoe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I kind of get Basil to an extent, especially within the context of our larger friend group. But it's clear that at least the game is telling us that Roscoe felt that he had like a special like best friend connection with Basil. And I do kind of wish that could have been established a little more clearly. Because I understand Basil a bit, but yeah, I totally see what you mean. Like, I felt like we could have.
I see what you mean too. By the way, I completely.
Cool. Yeah, and I just like, in the same way that we really got to know, Hiro and Kel and Aubrey. But again, I mean, it's within the context of where Roscoe / Omori was at that point that we were encountering Roscoe. He had been trying really, really, really hard to push Basil away.
Yeah.
So, and to bury
it's
Basil.
It all makes
hide
sense.
him. Yeah.
It makes sense why Basil is so far away, both in Headspace and also in the real world. Like, all of that makes sense. I left the game being like, my primary takeaway from Basil is that our choices hurt Basil, but also Basil perceives for himself that anytime he tries to help, he makes things worse.
Yeah.
Those are the two things I know about Basil.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, it's Basil takes photos, Basil likes flowers, but to a certain extent, I feel like I never learned more, except for those two tenets, than the kids in Headspace repeating over and over. They're very shallow characterization, which is fine. It works for the game. And it all worked. It all worked just fine.
Totally.
But because the game made me care, there is part of me that wishes I'd known him and his relationship with Roscoe a bit better.
I was kind of half expecting that there would be like some more prominent moments in the flashbacks underneath the lamp lights on the street.
Yeah, but
I thought that maybe there would be like, that there was actually like a moment within those that was Roscoe and Basil doing something specific
outside of the team. Yes, I agree with that. I too felt like they're both in the photo album and then also just in general were missing scenes of the two of them as best friends.
Yes.
Because I think we both had the same weird reaction when Kel was like, we're best friends. I'm like, I have nothing to contradict that other than Headspace telling me that that's wrong.
Right.
But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
a lot of things done well.
Yeah,
That's
ultimately a lot of things done really well.
Yeah. I'm going to walk away from this game having very, I think, mixed to positive feelings. If I were to recommend this game to someone, I'd say, just go watch us play it.
No, support the game.
Sorry, go buy it.
Any interest in this game,
right.
especially if you want to see the Hikikomori route.
Actually, you're totally
go
right.
purchase Omori and support the creators.
You're totally right, Gina. I'm so sorry.
But also, 100% what Allison said. I feel similarly, which is to say that I am very invested in this game. Like I've mentioned in the past, I think about this game a whole lot when we're not playing it. But I also have had a lot of struggles with this game. I am very, very glad that the ending delivered above what I could have even anticipated. I think it was really, really strong, and I understand now why people recommend it. And I also really, really hope that all of you who have been watching have enjoyed our playthrough and experience of it. I really I love voicing these characters. I love these characters, as I hope I've conveyed. Like, I really have come to care about them a lot. And I think this game did a fantastic job of delivering those. I wish it was half the length.
Yes.
But as we've gone over, I think there are pros and cons to the way that it delivered itself.
Absolutely. And we can only speak to the way that we played the game here. Like, I know that, we saw throughout the game there are so many choices. There are so many places where you can say yes or no. There are
and I'm sure one or two or multiple kids could have died at the end. I am going to now go look up ending guides, which I have avoided. I've avoided.
Yes.
But I'm gonna probably go look up ending guides because I'm curious, and we have all those saved. So just for myself, I'm very curious to see what some of the other routes are, and what those other choices could have meant. But I'm very satisfied with what we saw.
I agree. We didn't even go to the Orange Julius or whatever section. The Orange
Oasis.
Orange Oasis.
Orange Julius. It's okay. I called Charlie Scott and then got really offended when Scott wasn't included in a friendship picture.
I said Orange
we
Julius.
Did go to the Orange Oasis.
We
just didn't do the digging minigame.
We didn't explore it, but I called it Orange Julius on purpose because I couldn't remember what it was actually called. So.
My big regret is that we didn't somehow time it so that we could go back to Sweetheart's Castle and talk to the guy.
In
the basement.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that we haven't seen. There's a whole fucking route of this game that we didn't play. So I totally understand that all of our opinions are coming from how we played the game, and
those other routes may may contradict some of the things we said. For
Absolutely.
All we know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. This is purely based off of this specific experience. And and again, like I said, my overall experience to this I think is positive. I think, like, yeah, again, like we said, a lot of stuff done well. I will not forget this game at all.
No, not at all.
Banger soundtrack. I'm gonna go listen to the whole thing now that I'm
plot relevant too. We love a plot relevant soundtrack.
We do.
Mwah. Love it.
We love a good motif that is carried through all the way to the end. Oh my god! Wow. Thank you all. I think we're about near the end of this.
I think we can wrap there.
Thank you all for joining us on our playthrough of Omori. I hope if you've stuck around through our deep dive debrief here at the end, truly thank you for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure and a total ride getting through this, and honestly, I'm happy to have gotten to know these characters with you and bring them to life.
100%. And this is one I'm going to be thinking about a while. Like, everything that we've said here is absolute top of mind, having immediately beaten the game.
Yes.
But this is one that I'm going to be picking at for a while, and I'm curious to see what there still is to learn.
I totally agree. I almost feel like we could throw in another video again later from next week after we've sat
like,
with
okay.
it. Yeah.
I've thought about it.
Yes.
And here's why the Sprout Mole Village was in the game.
Yes. Yeah. Here's why Pluto is best character.
Yes.
And here's how it relates to the real world. No, just kidding.
No, look. Point being, thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.